Revolutionary greetings, comrades. It's a red Sunday, the 3rd of March 2024. We are looking into political violence in Zimbabwe. Over the years, political violence has been attributed to the ruling party, which uses the state machinery against those opposed to it. We've spoken about the genocide in the 80s in Matabele, some parts of Midlands. Before then, we spoke about political violence in 1980, in the build-up to the first elections in 1980, where ZAPU structures were dismantled by ZANU-PF in the build-up to the elections in Maswingo, in Manicaland, in Mashonaland Central. A number of ZAPU supporters died in the hands of ZANU-PF thugs. Post the Kukurawundi in 1990, in the 1990 elections, Zimbabwe Unity Movement ZUM supporters were victims of ZANU-PF violence. We saw that when the MDC was established in 2000. So over the years, political violence in Zimbabwe has been associated with the ZANU-PF. But what we must note is that, which we actually noted in 2000 when we established the movement for democratic change in 1999, was that the people that came together to establish the MDC were either former ZAPU supporters or members or ZANU-PF supporters or members. So it appears that this violence culture is being carried through the opposition. We saw violence against in the opposition itself during the first split in 2005, where some prominent opposition figures were being targeted simply because they were seen to be on the other side. Yesterday, again, we saw violence, but before we speak about yesterday, we also saw violence meted out to Dr. Thokozani Kupe. This was at the burial of the late Morgan Tsvangirai in 2018. We also saw her being beaten up at a party congress which elected Monzora, the MTCT Congress. Yesterday, we saw again violence, this time between supporters of Nelson Chamisa, or alleged supporters of Nelson Chamisa and alleged supporters of Chamisa Sikhala, who spent nearly 2 years in prison. This must be condemned, because we cannot use violence as a tool to suppress those that we differ with them politically. We must engage in the battle of ideas, not in the battle of violence. This is why it's critical for us to dismantle ZANUism as an ideology. It is not enough to replace ZANU-PF with an opposition party. It is not enough to struggle to remove ZANU-PF from power and replace with the second ZANU-PF in a different name. What we need to do in Zimbabwe is to dismantle ZANUism as a political and economic ideology in Zimbabwe. So the ZANUism tendencies in the opposition must not be accepted. So we condemn this violence that is happening in Zimbabwe. So we call on all Zimbabweans to condemn violence. Let us conduct our campaigns. Let us conduct our political work in a peaceful manner. Let us engage in the battle of ideas. Let us contest one's idea. Let us not get involved in physical violence. Please share your views. Like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you are on TikTok, please do follow us. Amandla, comrades.